Hey class, I'm going to show you how to solve the example problem. It's pretty extensive. So this is what it looks like. Yours will be different than this, obviously. So let's start with January 1, creating invested cash in the business of 9,500. So we'll come down here, cash. The account post reference is going to be the cash account, which is 101. Okay, 9,500. Okay, and this is going to go into capital account. So our capital account for her is going to be 311. Okay, and then 9,500. Okay, now we have to come down here as well. This $9,500. There's going to be an account down here titled cash. Okay, cash, general ledger. This is a cash account. Okay, this will be January 1. Post reference will be, I think it's J1. Let me see. Yep, J1, page 1. J2 would be page 2. Okay, we're going to debit 9,500. We're putting money in it. So the balance is going to be 9,500. Okay, so that's going to be our balance there. All right, so we also need to do the capital account. So let's find that capital account. Office equipment, payable, capital, right here. So this will be January 1. It's going to be from J1. Now this will be in 9,500. So the balance could be 9,500. Okay. All right. So moving right along. Notice how this is kind of extensive process. So let's go to purchase office supplies on account of $300. Oh no, paid rent 500. Paid rent. So we paid it. So we're gonna do rent expense. This will be for 500. Okay, so our rent expense is going to be, let's look on our account. Rent expense is 521. Okay, 521. And all I'm doing is looking on these accounts right here. These are the codes. All right. So we paid rent, and this will be from cash. Cash account is 101, and that's going to be $500. Okay. Again, we're going to go to paid rent expense for 500. It's going to be J1 again for 500. So we can go to our expense accounts. Expense accounts, office payable. Let's see, consulting, wage expense, advertising, rent expense. So this will be from January. Was it January 1? Let me double check. No, January 2. So January 2, this is going to be J1. Oh, wrong one. January 2, I got to find my expense. January 2, post reference is going to be journal 1. Wait, did we debit it? Yeah, we did debit 500. Okay. So in addition to rent expense, we are going to do, let me see what our initial one was. Let's see. Cash 101 for 500 debit or credit. Cash credit. So I go to my cash account. Cash, where's my cash account? Oh, this is cash. January 2, J1. This is going to be 500. Okay. So if we go 9,500 minus 5, we get 9,000. So our balance would be 9,000. Okay, so I think we recorded those correctly. All right, let's take a look at the January 3rd purchase office supplies on account. On account means it's going to be a payable. So we purchased it payable for 300. So this will be office supplies Office supplies up here is going to be 142. Okay, 142. Office supplies for 300. Okay, now we're going to come up here. We got it on credit account payable. We gotta look what our account number is for payable. 202. 202, and that's going to be 300. Okay, so now we got to go down here. Office supplies, and all we're doing is recording these in multiple places. Office supplies and accounts payable. Office supplies and accounts payable. Nothing from cash. Office supplies. This is January 3rd. J1, 300. Okay, that one's good. So our balance in this account is going to be it's not going to be credit balance. It's going to be 300 here. Okay. Now we go to our payable, account payable. That was January 3rd. This is going to be J1 again. J1 is your journal entry, page 1. So credit of 300. Okay, remember we have a debit. We debited up here, so we got a payable right there. Okay, so the third's done. So we just go through each of these. So we're on the 4th, purchase office equipment on account. So is it payable again? Purchase office equipment on account for 1530. 1530, this is the 4th. This is the 4th, okay. Office equipment. Our office equipment account number is 181. 181. It goes 1530. Let me double check. Yep, 1530. I know this is going to be 1530, so I'm going to put it in right there. Okay. Account payable again. Account payable is 202. Okay, we're good there. So we're going to office equipment. 181 in January 4th, 1530. 1530. Okay, so coming down here, this is cash equipment. So the date was January 4th. J1, and we debited it for 1530. Okay, this our ending balance is going to be 1530. I forgot to. Oh, no, wrong side. 1530 over here. Notice how I don't need to do anything else in this account because these will go directly to our balance sheet. Okay, so this was the office equipment. We did it to a payable. So this will be January 4th. This is J1 again. And this is 1530. Okay. Oh, this balance would be 300. This balance would be 1830. All I did was add those up. Okay. So that's, so far we're good. Okay. So far we're good. Okay. These are revenue as expenses. We have a couple of expenses. Okay. Go back up. All right. So the 4th, we did 4. Now we're on 5. We're on 6. January 6th, received cash for services rendered at 591. Cash for 591. Cash for 591. So this will be cash increased. Remember, cash is 101. I can't remember the amount now. 591. Okay. I know it's going to be 591 over here, so I'll just put it in there. So this will be consulting fees. Okay, our consulting fee account number is 401. 401. Okay, that's done. So now we got to go cash of 591. Now remember, this is January 6th. January 6th. General. Now we're going in here to January 6th. This is still J1, and our cash went up 591. Okay, 591. So now our 9,000 plus 591 will give us a balance of 9591. Okay, you see that? All I did was add that to it. Okay, now the other entry was we had revenue. So I got to look for my revenue account, revenue. Consulting, but this was January 6th. This was going to be from J1, and then over here was 591. Remember, we had a debit, now we'll have a credit. So 591. Okay, so January 6th is done. Go back up. Let's see. All right, January 6th is done. Okay, so paid phone bill of $43, paid phone bill, January 7th, paid phone bill. January, paid phone bill, $43. Okay, so we paid phone bill. So this will be phone expense, 43. Okay, I need the code for phone expense. So up here on this account, phone expense is 525. 525, not 4. 525. Okay, now this is coming out of cash. So 43 here, cash account is 101. Okay. All right, so we got to go to phone expense and then we got to record cash as well. So we go down here on our way down. Here's our account, January 7th. It's J1 still. And how much did we pay? We paid $43. So 95 minus 95, take away 43. That'll give us what? 90 to 9 to, okay, that'll give us 9, 5. Okay, 4, 8. Okay, let me get my calculator really quick. Just double check these numbers. Okay, so 9569591 minus 43 gives us 9540. Okay, good. Okay, that's going to be our running balance. So now we just recorded cash. Now we need to do our expense for 43 for phone expense. Phone expense, where's our phone expense? Okay, consulting, wage, advertising, phone expense right here. January 7th, J1. The January 7th. January 7th. Just gonna double check. January 7th. Yep. Okay. And that was for $43, and then that's gonna have a credit balance of 43. Wait, let me double check. You always double check. 43 is a debit, so we got to debit it instead. So this will be 43, 0, 43, actually, they're like that, okay? All right, so we recorded both transactions in our individual accounts and the general ledger, okay? All right, so now we're going to paid utilities for 35, that's January 8th. Paid utilities. So that'll be utilities expense, 35. I need to look up the number up here. Utilities expense is going to be 533, okay? And then we paid cash on that, and that's gonna be 35. Cash is 101, okay? Now we'll just record these down here, and that was the date on that, January 8th. Okay, this cash. January 8th, still J1. What was it, 35? Okay, so better double check this again. Minus 35 equals 9513. Okay, that's our balance. So I'm going down to our utilities expense. Utilities expense, this was January 8th, still J1. And this is a debit balance of 35. Okay, just double check, so our bending balance will be 35. Okay, all right, so that's good to go. All right, keep going, keep going. Okay, did the 8th. Now we're on receive cash for services rendered of 370. 370 for cash. 370 for cash. So down here, consulting. Oh, yeah. Cash 101 370. Just gonna double check. Cash 370. Yep. Okay, and this will be consulting fees. Consulting fees, what was the account number for consulting fees? 401. 370. Okay, debit, credit. Okay, we're good there. Now notice how we're going to be on J2 now. So cash and consulting fees. So cash right here, January 10. We're still, this is our last J1. Okay, now we had 370. Okay, now I got to go 9513 plus 370 equals 9883. 9883. Okay, that's our balance. Okay, now we got to go to service fees or consulting fees. So then come over here. That was January 10th. Was it January 10th? Double check. We have January 10th. Okay, that is still, that's our last J1. And that was 370. So our total consulting fees is going to be 591 plus 370. Okay. 591 plus 370, 960. Oh, that doesn't sound like 591 plus 370 equals 961. 961. Okay. Okay, so we recorded to the general ledger, and then we record into our individual accounts. So we're good with that. Okay, so that was the 10th. Now we're on made payments on account of $50. So this is going to be our payable because we have an account, and this is the 12th. So the 12th. So this will be the 12th account. Oh, account payable. Account payable number is 202. I said $50. Okay, now this comes from cash. Number one, $50. Now we got to record these down below. So our cash will come first. So this is the 12th. Now this goes to J2 now. Okay, so $50. So this is going to go down $50. 8 minus 5 will be 9. 9833. Okay. We took it down on 50, so that's good. Now we got to go to our payable down here. Okay. Where's our payable account? Here's our payable. Okay, January. Is it 12? Gosh, forgot the date again. January 12th, 50. Yep. January 12th. Now this is J2, remember? Now we're going to debit for 50 because it's going to be coming down. So we'll still have, so 1830 minus 50, that'll be 1780. 1780. Let's double check that. 1830 minus 50 gives us 1780. Okay, we're good to go. Okay, so we recorded the payable and we recorded the cash, so we're good. So let's go back up to look at our transactions. So now the 13th paid for a car rental while visiting an out-of-town client, transportation expense of 160. So transportation expense, let's look at our code, 526, 526. And we paid, so we paid cash on it. Okay, so this will be transportation expense, 526. I can't remember the number now. Which was it? 160. Okay, and this will be cash. Another one is cash, and then 160. So we'll go down here and record in cash and expense. So this will be January 13th. This will be J2. We paid cash, so this will be, how much was it? 160. Okay, so 9833 minus 160 gives us 9673. 9673. Okay. All right. So we did the cash. Now we got to record the car rental. So we're going down to expenses, wages, advertising, rent, transportation. Right here, this was January 13. This will be J2. Wait, hang on, did we debit? Yeah, debit for 160 because we went to cash, so we're gonna have a balance of 160. Okay. All right, so we did both of our general ledger and then both of our individual accounts. Okay. Went back up to our transaction list. See, this is time consuming even for me. Okay, it says made payment on account of $50. So we made a payment on our account payable, $50 again. Oh, wait. Oh, we already did that. Okay, paid part-time worker of $340. Almost did that entry again. So the 15th, I wish I could like cross it out. Usually when I do these on paper, I cross them out. So paid part-time worker of $340. So we paid on the 15th. Okay. Okay, this will be wages expense because we paid it. I didn't see what account was. Let me check the account really quick. Wages expense is 511, and this will be for 340. 340 and 511. Okay, and then we paid with cash. And that was 101 for, what was it, 340 or 350? 340. Almost messed up. 340 here. Okay, so now we got to record this down in our account, a cash account, and our wage expense. Both areas. Okay, so here's our cash. This was the date of the 15th. So January 15th. January 15th. This is still J2 and 340. So this is going to come down. So 9673. 9673 minus 340 is going to give us 9333, 9333. Okay, so that's our balance. Cash is done. Now we got to go to our wages expense account. Wages expense, here it is, the 15th. Okay, just as J2. Remember we debited this for 340. Okay, so our balance will be 340. All right, so we recorded it on the general journal in each of our individual accounts. All right, so let's go back up. Okay, 340. Okay, 17. Received cash for services rendered at 435. On the 17th, we received cash. Okay, we received cash. What was it again? 435. Oops. This is 101, 435. This will be consulting fees. Consulting fees number was 401, 435. Okay, we got to go down here into those accounts now. Cash increased. What's the date? 17th. J2, 435. So this account is going to go up now. Plus 435 equals 9768, 9768. Okay. So that was done in cash. Now we got to go down to our services, our fees, our revenue. Consulting. So this will be the 17th. Okay. This is J2. And 435, 435. So 961. 961 plus 435 equals 1396, 1396, okay? So we have a couple more to do, so we're moving right along, but this takes time. Okay, it takes time. Okay. All right, so right here on the 18th, Creighton withdrew cash for personal use. This is called a draw. It's for $200. Draw for $200, okay? So we're gonna go to drawing. The drawing is, what was the account number for drawing? Okay, it's going to be 312, 312. I can't remember really now. I think it was $200. 200. Okay. Now keep in mind, this comes from cash. 101 account for $200. Okay. Now we got to go to these accounts again. We go to cash first. I think this was January 18th. This is still J2. Okay, and this was $200. So this will be 9568. Now we got to do our draw down here. Account payable right here. 18th. This is J2. Okay, we debited it right here of 200, so the balance is going to be 200. Okay. All right, so we did our individual accounts and our general journal. So going back up. Okay, so paid for a newspaper ad for $22. So advertising on the 20th. Advertising on the 20th. Advertising on the 20th. So this will be advertising expense. So there we go. It was 22, but I need to get the reference number for the expense account. 512. Okay, let's double check. It was 22. Yep, 22. Okay, this is cash. Okay, again, we got to go down here and record this in each of the journals. And the reason why is, let me double check the date. 20th, January 20th. January 20, this is still J2. Okay, we're going to 22 here. So 9568. 9568 minus 22. 9546. 9546 is going to be the balance. So notice how this is a running balance. Okay, so we did cash. Now we have to go to our advertising expense account. Advertising expense. Here we go. The 20th, this is still J2. Okay, we debited 22, so the balance is going to be 22 here. Okay, all right, we're getting there. We're getting there, but it's taking some time. Okay, so let's see. Reimburse part-time employee for cab fare incurred delivering materials to client. So transportation expense for $30. Transportation expense, $30. Okay, so transportation expense, 30. I need the transportation account. Transportation account is 526, 526, no, 525. Okay, we pay cash. $1, $30. Double check it was 30. 30 bucks. Yep. So we got to go to our cash account now. Cash account, $30. Check the date. 22. January 22. We're still on J2. And we paid $30. So double check was 30. Okay, 30. So this is going to go down 95.46 to, I think it was 95.16. 95.16, 95.16. Now we got to go to our transportation expense account. It is, this includes 22. Still J2. And this was a debit for $30 for a total of $190. Okay. All right. So we're moving right along. Okay. Okay, so we did that. Paid for books for consulting practice, miscellaneous expense for 24th. Miscellaneous expense. So we'll go up here, miscellaneous expense. Check the amount again. For 28, but I need the miscellaneous expense account of 549. 549. 549. 549, and that was for $28. Okay, this comes off of cash. 101, 28. Okay. All right, so moving right along, and let's go to our cash account. Or J2 still is the last J2. $28. So 95.16 minus 28 gives us 9.48. 9.48. Okay. And we got to go to our miscellaneous expense account. was the 20. Forgot the name, forgot the date. Gotta go back here and check. 24. Duh. 24. J2 is the last J2. What was it? $28. Okay, balance gonna be 28. Okay, just like that. Okay, and let's see. So we did both entries. Now we got to go back up again. A lot of numbers and accounts to remember. Receive cash for services rendered for 3/11 on the 25th. So, okay, now look at, we're on J3 now. Received cash. 101. How much was it? Let's see, I forgot the number already. 3/11. Oop. 3/11. So we'll go to consulting fees. Consulting fees. It's going to be 401. 3/11. And we got to go back down here to our cash account on the 25th. 25th. Now we put this J3. 3/11, I think. Double check it. 3/11, yep. We got to have this up 94.88 plus 3/11 gives us 97.99, 97.99. Okay. All right, so that cash is done. Now we got to go to our fees, service fees, consulting fees. I know 25th. 25th, was it the 25th? Yeah, it was the 25th. J3. And service fees, it was 3/11. Now we have a total 1396 plus 3/11, 1707, 1707. Okay, we recorded both of them, the individual accounts and the general ledger. So a couple more transactions. Okay, made payment on account for office equipment purchase of 150. Made a payment on account for office equipment of 150. Okay, so this was coming from our payable, the 27th. Okay, this will be account payable. Got to check. I think it was 150 for this amount, but let me check the payable number. I think it was 201. No, 202. This will be cash. 1 for 150. Okay, now we got to go record these in the individual accounts. Okay, this is our cash. What's the date? 27. 27. This is J3. 150. So 97. 97. 99 minus 150 equals 96. 96.49. Okay, we gotta go to our payable. I think that was the 7. This is J3. Okay, we paid it, so 150 is coming off. So 1780. 1780 minus 150 will give us 1630, balance of 1630. So we still owe money on it. It's okay. All right, so we did both. We did both the ledger and each of the individual accounts. So we're moving right along. A couple more entries left. Okay. Paid part-time worker 340. So 340 wages expense 340. Okay. Remember, we're expensing this wages expense. Cash. Okay, wages expense account. Look at the number. 511. Okay, cash is 101. So we got to go down here to our cash account. Let me check the date again. Here's our cash account. 29. January 29. This is J3. We'll check the amount. 340. Okay, so 340, so 96.49 is going to come down. 96.49 minus 340 gives us 93.09. 93.09. Okay, now we just got to go to our wages expense. That's consulting fee, wages expense. I forgot the date already. I think it was the 29th. Let me double check. Yeah, the 29th. Okay. Come on, let's go. Wages expense. Okay, here it is. This is J3. Actually, let me double check here. J3. Yep, it's J3 still for 340. J3 for 340. So this will be 340 times 2, which would be 680. All right. Okay, and then let's see what the last one is going to be. Okay, it says received cash for services on the 30th for 200, on the 30th for 200. On the 30th for 200, so we received cash. 1, 200. Consulting fees, 200. Let me check the number on this one. There we go. Now we got to record this in our cash account. This is probably going to be the last one. J3 again. And the amount 200. So we need 9509. 9509. Now we just have to go to the consulting fees down here. January 30th. J3 is still. How much was it? I forgot. 200. So this will be 1907. Okay, so now we're getting close. We have everything filled in. Just go through and double check, make sure we're good. These are our balances. Now what we are going to do is we're going to go into these accounts now. We start with our cash. So this is done. We go into our balance in cash. Okay, 101 cash is going to be 9509. So we come down here. 9509, not 96, 9509. Okay. Office supplies, got to go back up here. See how much we have in office supplies. So our balance is 300. Okay. Now we're going to go back up. Office equipment. Office equipment. Our balance is going to be 1530. Okay. Account payable. This will be a credit balance. Account payable. Account payable. 1630. I'm just taking the various ways. Why we kept the running total 1630. Okay. Capital account. Capital account. Capital account. 9500. Okay. All right. And then our draw. Draw. We go to our draw account. This will be a debit of 200. Oh. 200. This is a contra, by the way. So the actual 95 minus 200 would be the balance of the capital. So we're going into our consulting fee now. Consulting fee. Consulting fee is going to be 1907. Okay. Our wage expense. So all we're doing is filling these out now. Wage expense 680. Okay, 680. Advertising expense. Advertising expense 22. Okay, now we're going to rent expense. Oh, look at the 500. We gotta put 500 here because that's our balance. 500 rent expense. Okay, and then phone expense, almost done. 43. And we're going to go to our transportation expense, transportation 190. Now we're going to go to our utilities expense, 35. We're going to go lastly our miscellaneous expense of 28. Okay, now getting close, getting close. Okay, so now we're going to go to, we're going to see if it balances. So 9506 plus 300 plus 1530 plus 200 plus 680 plus 22 plus 500 plus 43 plus 190 plus 35 plus 28 gives us 13,034. Okay, we got to see if this other side adds up to that. If not, we got to figure out where we're at. 1630 plus 9500 plus 1907 equals 13037. 13037. Okay, so we're a little bit off there. Okay, we got to figure out where we made a mistake. Let me see if I 1630 plus 9500 plus 1907. Yep, that's 37. So we're off somewhere. So 9509 plus 300 plus 1530 plus 200 plus 680 plus 22 plus 500 plus 43 plus 190 plus 35 plus 28 equals, oh, it actually added up wrong first time. 37. So we double check. Okay, now here's the moment of truth. Check or work. Okay. Oh, good. These are all green. Green check marks are good. Okay, notice those green check marks all throughout as well. Green check marks, green check marks, green check marks, green check marks, all the way, green check marks. Okay, so that's how you would do this. Okay, you start with your regular double entry accounting in your general journal. Okay, you start in the you start with these. Okay, you start with your transactions. You record them in your general journal, and then from there you record them in the individual accounts. Your individual accounts. Okay, this is a cash account, and then you go through and you put those into these accounts right here, and then this is called a trial balance. We see if it balances, and it does, so we're good to go. So that's going to be how you would do that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing and stop.